All right, today we're going to dive into a tool called Pieces for Developers. It's a really interesting AI-powered tool that's built to solve one of the most annoying problems in coding, just losing stuff. We're going to break down exactly what it is, how it works, and, who it's really for. So let's just start with a feeling that I'm pretty sure every single developer watching this knows all too well. You find that perfect piece of code, right? A brilliant fix for some super tricky problem, but then weeks or months later, when you desperately need it again, poof, it's just gone. That is the exact pain point we are talking about today. And this really gets to the heart of our first big topic, this idea of lost developer knowledge. It's a huge, huge issue because, ironically, the most valuable things you find or create are often the absolute hardest to track down later on. So where does all this valuable stuff actually go? Well, it gets scattered all over the place. I'm talking buried deep in your browser history, lost in some old Slack or Discord thread, saved in a random notes.txt file on your desktop, or maybe it's just a screenshot you completely forgot you even took. Does any of that sound familiar? I thought so. This image really just nails the problem. Without a good system, our digital knowledge is basically a chaotic mess. It's like a desk just covered in random sticky notes and scribbles. Yeah, the information is there somewhere, but good luck finding it. Pieces wants to take all that chaos and turn it into one single, smart notebook that just automatically grabs and organizes everything for you. Okay, so that brings us to the solution itself. Let's dig into how Pieces pitches itself as your personal AI brain, a really elegant fix for that fragmented, messy workflow we just talked about. So what is Pieces, really? At its core, it's an AI-powered tool that's designed to automatically capture, organize, and this is the key part, enrich all those little bits and pieces of your work, your code, screenshots, links, and make every single one of them instantly searchable. The easiest way to think about it is like this. Imagine your computer's clipboard was incredibly smart. Instead of just holding the last thing you copied, it remembers everything you copy. It actually understands the context of that thing and then organizes it all into a personal knowledge base that's built from the ground up for developers. So how does it actually pull all this off? Well, the magic really happens in a simple 3-step process that just runs quietly in the background while you do your thing. It's capture, enrich, and search. So first up, it captures. As you're working, copying code, taking screenshots, Pieces is just automatically saving them. Second, it enriches. Now this is where the AI really shines. It looks at what you saved and automatically adds useful stuff like tags, short descriptions, and other context. And then third, you get the big payoff, search. You can find exactly what you're looking for just by describing it, in plain English. And this brings us to what is probably the coolest feature, semantic search. Now, this is not your typical keyword search. This is about finding stuff based on its meaning. You don't have to remember some specific function name. You can literally just type something like, that React took for authentication from last month, and the AI understands what you mean and just finds it for you. That is a total game changer. And the best part? This isn't some separate clunky app you have to constantly switch over to. It plugs right into your existing workflow. We're talking browser extensions, IDE plugins for tools like VS Code, and a desktop app. The whole idea is to let you capture from anywhere without ever breaking your flow. Okay, so we get what it is, we get how it works, but the big question is this tool actually right for you? Let's take a look at who this is really for and some of the most common ways people use it. This tool is going to be a perfect fit if you're just sick and tired of losing useful snippets, or if you're trying to build up a personal code library for yourself. If you're all about optimizing your workflow, or you find yourself constantly digging through old projects for code, yeah, this was pretty much designed for you. And the people who use it are pretty varied. You've got super productive developers who are trying to hit that peak efficiency, team leads who are sharing best practices, and even consultants who constantly need to pull up solutions from past client work. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking, hey, I already use Notion for this, or what about GitHub Gists? And that is a totally fair point. So let's actually see how Pieces stacks up directly against some of those common alternatives. When you look at this comparison, a couple of things really jump out. The two features that truly set Pieces apart are that AI search and the auto capture. See, while tools like Gists are awesome, they're totally manual. You have to stop what you're doing and consciously decide to save something. Pieces is just different. It's completely focused on that developer workflow, automating the hard part, and adding that layer of AI-powered context that other tools just don't have. All right, so let's boil this all down. What are the key takeaways? First, Pieces automates the whole process of capturing and organizing your developer knowledge. Second, its AI-powered semantic search is a superpower that lets you find code just by describing it. And third, at the end of the day, it's a personal productivity tool designed to make sure you never, ever lose valuable work again. And that really leaves us with one final thought. This isn't just about finding an old code snippet. It's about maintaining your momentum, your creativity, your state of flow. So what could you really build if you had instant access to every great idea and every clever solution you've ever stumbled upon?